in previous class. So good morning to one and all. So in the previous lecture, so we are discussed about the vertical amplifier section. So how the vertical amplifier will generate the signals to the vertical diffraction plates. So what are the main amplifier will present? What are the main amplifier sections are present in the vertical amplifier are discussed. Okay, and after that we have seen the horizontal deflection system. So the horizontal deflection system, the main part of the horizontal deflection system is the sweep generator or time-based generator. So that was seen. So by using the UJT, so we can generate the sweep signal or sawtooth waveform we can generate. Sawtooth waveform we can generate. So generation of this waveform was observed in the previous class. Okay, and coming to today's class, so this is a triggered sweep CRO. Triggered sweep CRO. So whereas
కాలిపోతుంది ఫోను అదంతే ఓవర్ని హీట్ 5 years వాడామా దాన్ని ఏ సెల్ 5 years కి మించి
so here we are going to discuss the triggered sweep CRO. So in the last class we are seeing the generation of the sweep, which is a continuous type of the generation of sweep signal. So it will produces the depending upon the applied signal, so it will produces the generates the continuously. The sweep voltage will be or sweep signal generates. Okay, so whereas when the signal is changing, suppose the audio signal, okay, so audio signal is changing continuously. So in such situation, and the continuous sweep signal or continuous sweep circuit is not suitable. So in such situation, we have to go for the triggered sweep generation. The signals will be triggered. The sweep voltage will be generated when the input signals are triggered. So negatively, so trigger pulses means it is will be like a small spikes. So we can consider it as a spikes are the trigger pulses. Trigger pulses are nothing but spikes. It is positive or negative. So in this case, we will see the negative trigger pulses. Okay, those negative trigger pulses will be generated based upon the applied input signal. Suppose if you consider a audio frequency signal, audio signals or voice signal. So if you consider to display the voice or musical signals, okay, and those patterns will be changes continuously. So there is no some certain frequency is not there. So in such situation, so the continuous sweep is not suitable. So then we can go for the trigger sweep generation. So using this trigger sweep, so we can produce the short duration signals also. So very short duration, that is narrow pulses also can be displayed by using the trigger sweep generation, trigger sweep generators. Okay. So in the trigger mode, the input signals are converted into trigger pulses. Okay. So this is the trigger sweep circuit. So in the previous, it is having continuous sweep circuit. For that, addition of a diode and the resistance network path R3 and R4 are added for the continuous sweep. For continuous sweep circuit, we are added. Additionally, R3, R4 and diodes are connected. Okay. So by connecting this, this additional circuitry will makes it is a sweep circuit, triggered sweep circuit. Okay. So here in this case, we will select this R4, R3, and R3 and R4 will form as a voltage divider network. Voltage divider network. So here the VD is the voltage drop across the R4. The voltage drop across the R4. And this R4 voltage is selected, or the value of the resistor R is selected in such a way that the voltage drop VD is less than the VP. Okay. So the VP is the peak voltage of the UJT. Okay. So in the last class we have seen the generation of the peak value, peak voltage. So up to that peak voltage, the capacitor will be charges. After that, it will be discharges. So we will choose that the value of VD is less than the peak value of the UJT. So by that, what happens? So suppose initially assume that the supply is connected. So VBB voltage is connected. So by connecting the VBB, so the voltage drop across VD. Okay, because of the voltage divider network, we have VD voltage at this point, and in this way, that is the capacitor CT will be charges through RT. The capacitor will be charges through RT, and it will be charges. It will be charges up to the certain value. That is the until the diode D is diode will be forward bias. So because the voltage across this capacitor is rises, that is capacitor is charging until it will be becomes as negative. It means so what we can say, so it is the voltage drop across this one is, when compared to the potential difference between diode, is positive and negative. Okay, and the potential at anode side is more than the positive side. So until that, the capacitor will be charges and it will be holds that value. See here. So until the potential drop across R4 is considered the VD. Okay. So until that, the capacitor will be charges. The capacitor will be charges. After that, it will be volts at that point value. The capacitor voltage at that point, it will be volts. Okay. Further, it will not be charges. Okay. So now this one is called as holding period, hold off period. Okay. So now we apply the trigger input. Now we can apply the trigger input of the UJT base one. For the base one of the UJT, we will apply the trigger input. So then what happens? So this is a negative trigger. So we can apply a trigger pulse of the negative signal. So when we apply the negative pulse, so this becomes as peak voltage will be decreases. So the peak value of the UJT was decreases, and due to that, what happens? The capacitor will be discharges in this direction. The capacitor will be the capacitor will be discharges through the UJT. So in such situation, we can call it as UJT is turned on or triggered on, or UJT is fired. Okay. So the capacitor will be discharges until certain minimum value. So after reaching the minimum value, the UJT will be off. So trigger the UJT will be becomes off condition. So when it will be off, again the capacitor starts to charging. Again the capacitor will starts to charging until to reach the VD value. So after reaching the VD value, so this will be holds that particular voltage, the voltage drop across VD, and after that, again if you apply the negative trigger pulse, so again the voltage at the V1 of the UJT will be decreases because we are applying negative trigger pulse. Due to this negative trigger pulse, the peak value will be suddenly changes, negatively changes, and due to that, the capacitor will be discharges. The capacitor will be decreases, discharges, and due to that, there is a decrease in the voltage output. Okay, and like this, the cycle will be produces. So that cycle is the generation of this sweep is based on the applied negative trigger pulse. Applied negative trigger pulse. That's why this one is called as triggered sweep generator. So we are triggering. Okay, we are producing the sweep voltage by using the some trigger pulses are applied. Okay. So that is same explanation was done here. So when the circuit is switched on, the UJT is in the non-conducting state. So when we switch on, the UJT is non-conducting state. So at that time, the capacity charges exponentially through R1. The capacitor charges through RT until VBB. But diode becomes as forward bias and conducts. Okay. So capacitor voltage never reaches the peak voltage required for the UJT conduction, but is clamped at VD. If a negative pulse of sufficient amplitude is applied to base one, so and the peak voltage VP is momentarily lowered, it makes the UJT fires. Okay, suppose we are applied a negative pulse of and due to that the base one is we are applied negative pulse to the base one, and due to that the voltage peak value or peak voltage of peak voltage is momentarily becomes lower, and due to that UJT is fires, and when UJT is fires, the capacitor will be discharges rapidly until to maintain the certain minimum value of UJT. So after maintaining UJT, the UJT will be switches off. Okay, the UJT switch off, and due to that there is no further discharge of the capacitance, and further the capacitor will be charges. Again the capacitor will be charges towards VBB, but it will not reach the peak value of the UJT because we are selected the VD at the voltage drop across the resistor R4 is less than the VP. If we are connected the R4 in such a way that VD is more than the VP, then it is like a normal normal continuous sweep generator. So it will produces the normal sweep voltage. So there is no delayed pulse is not produced. Delayed sweep is not produced. Okay. So the trigger pulse generator circuit is this. Okay. So I think you understand this concept or principle of operation. So I want to explain in Telugu. Okay. So this is a trigger sweep generator. So దీనిలో మనకి ఒక UJT డయోడ్ రెసిస్టర్ R3 R4 ఉంటాయి అన్నమాట. సో ఇక్కడ మనం తీసుకున్నటువంటి రెసిస్టర్ వాల్యూ అనేది ఎలా తీసుకుంటామంటే ద వోల్టేజ్ డ్రాప్ R4 దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి వోల్టేజ్ డ్రాప్ అనేది దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ as VD. ద వోల్టేజ్ డ్రాప్ అక్రాస్ R4 ని మనం VD అని పిలుస్తాం. దట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ద డయోడ్ వోల్టేజ్ హియర్. ఓకే, అక్రాస్ ద డయోడ్ వోల్టేజ్. ఈ డయోడ్ వోల్టేజ్ అనేది ఇక్కడ మనం ఒక యూజేటీ పీక్ వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. సో ఆ పీక్ వాల్యూకి కంటే తక్కువ ఉండేటట్టు తీసుకుంటాం అన్నమాట ఈ యొక్క R4 వాల్యూ అనేది. సో అప్పుడు ఏమైందంటే ఇక్కడ మ్యాక్సిమం వోల్టేజ్ R4 దగ్గర వచ్చే వోల్టేజ్ అనేది పీక్ వాల్యూ కంటే తక్కువ ఉండటం మూలంగా సో కెపాసిటర్ అనేది దీని ద్వారా డిశ్చార్జ్ అవ్వదు అన్నమాట. సో ఇట్ విల్ హోల్డ్స్ అప్ టు ద VD. ఇక్కడ ఏమవుతుంది, VBP వోల్టేజ్ అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు ఇనిషియల్గా అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు ఈ UJT అనేది ఆఫ్లో ఉంటుంది. సో ఎప్పుడైతే VBP అప్లై చేసినప్పుడు కరెంట్ అనేది RT నుంచి CT ద్వారా ఫ్లో అయ్యి CT అనేది ఛార్జ్ అవుతుంది మనం. సో ఛార్జ్ అవడం మూలంగా యూ విల్ గెట్ దిస్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ voltage. So this is called as sweep period. So the capacitor is charging in this period. So while increasing the charging of the capacitor will be charges. Capacitor entvaraku charge ayyadante until to reach the VD voltage variki charge avutundi. Further ga charge avadu. Okay, so if further charge ayyade emaydante ఈ డయోడ్ అనేది పాజిటివ్ ఫార్వర్డ్ బయాస్ అయిపోతుంది. సో అందువల్ల ఫర్దర్గా ఛార్జ్ అయిన వోల్టేజ్ అనేది దీని ద్వారా ఎర్త్ అయిపోతుంది అన్నమాట. సో అందుకని ది వోల్టేజ్ డయోడ్ దగ్గర ఉన్నటువంటి వోల్టేజ్ మనం వీళ్ళు కన్సిడర్ యాజ్ VD. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఇక్కడ ట్రిగ్గర్ ఇన్పుట్ పల్స్ అప్లై చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ ట్రిగ్గర్ ఇన్పుట్ పల్స్ అనేది ఎలా అప్లై చేస్తామంటే ఇది నెగిటివ్ పల్సెస్ అప్లై చేసుకుంటాం. సో ఇక్కడ మనం చెప్పాము ఏంటంటే యాక్చువల్గా ఇక్కడ ఒక పీక్ వాల్యూ UJT యొక్క పీక్ వాల్యూ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. సో ఆ పీక్ వాల్యూని మనం ఏం చేస్తాం అంటే సడన్ గా నెగిటివ్ పల్స్ అప్లై చేస్తున్నాం. నెగిటివ్ ట్రిగ్గర్ పల్స్ అప్లై చేస్తున్నాం. నెగిటివ్ ట్రిగ్గర్ పల్స్ ఎప్పుడైతే అప్లై చేస్తామో ఈ యొక్క పీక్ వాల్యూ అనేది సడన్లీ చేంజెస్ టు నెగిటివ్ వాల్యూ బికాస్ వీఆర్ అప్లైడ్ నెగిటివ్ పల్స్. అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ వాల్యూ ఏమైపోతుంది, సడన్ గా చేంజ్ అయిపోద్ది అన్నమాట. సడన్ గా నెగిటివ్ వాల్యూ అయిపోద్ది. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇక్కడ పీక్ వాల్యూ చేంజెస్ టు నెగిటివ్ వాల్యూ. సో అప్పుడు ఏమైంది మనకి ఇక్కడ డిశ్చార్జ్ పాత్ ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. సో అప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఎమిటర్ బేస్ 1 అనేది మనకి ఇక్కడ ఫార్వర్డ్ బయాస్ లాగా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. అప్పుడు ఆ ఫార్వర్డ్ బయాస్ పాత్ ద్వారా మనకి కెపాసిటర్ అనేది డిశ్చార్జ్ అవుతుంది. సో సడన్ గా డిశ్చార్జ్ అవుతుంది. సో దట్ డిశ్చార్జ్ పీరియడ్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ది రీట్రేస్ పీరియడ్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద డిశ్చార్జ్ path. Okay, so next, so up to reach the certain minimum value, after reaching the certain minimum value, this UJT will becomes as off. It becomes as off condition. Okay, off condition. Then the capacitor does not discharge further. Again, what happens? The capacitor will be charges. Again, the capacitor will be charges through RT. ఎప్పటి వరకు ఛార్జ్ అవుతుంది, VD వోల్టేజ్ వచ్చే వరకు ఛార్జ్ అవుతుంది. సో నెక్స్ట్ మరలా ట్రిగ్గర్ పల్స్ నెగిటివ్ ట్రిగ్గర్ పల్స్ అప్లై చేసేసరికి ఏమవుద్ది, మరలా వోల్టేజ్ అనేది డౌన్ అయిపోద్ది. సో మరలా ఏమైంది, అక్కడ వరకు హోల్డ్ చేసినటువంటి వోల్టేజ్ మరలా డిశ్చార్జ్ అయిపోద్ది. సో అగైన్ until to reach the minimum value of UJT. So again it will be charges. and it will charge us up to the VD voltage. Okay, and up to reaching that VD voltage, it will be holds. It will be holds up to that value until further negative pulse is applied. So suppose it will be holds at this point. VD దగ్గర ఉండిపోద్ది. ఎప్పుడు దాకా అంటే మరలా నెక్స్ట్ పల్స్ ట్రిగ్గర్ పల్స్ అప్లై చేసే వరకు అది VD పొటెన్షియల్ మాత్రం కలిగి ఉంటుంది అనమాట. ఇట్ విల్ బి హోల్డ్స్. ఓకే, హోల్డ్స్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ వోల్టేజ్ VD. ఓకే, సో నెక్స్ట్ ట్రిగ్గర్ పల్స్ అప్లై చేసేసరికి మరలా it will be goes to recharges. Like this, we can get this trigger sweep generation. So whenever we can apply the trigger pulses, then only it will be recharges. Until that, it is having the certain voltage level. So that is here it is the VD voltage. Up to that, it will be hold set to VD voltage. Okay. So that is explained. So the next one is trigger pulse generator. Trigger pulse generator. So here we are saying that the sweep generator is responding for the trigger pulses. So the last, that is previous slide, we are seeing that the sweep generation will be produced when it will produces the trigger pulses. So how these trigger pulses will be generated, that we'll see in this slide. Trigger pulse generation. Trigger pulse generation. So we are saying that the UJT is responding for the trigger pulses, negative trigger pulses. How these trigger pulses will be generated, so that we will see. Okay, the trigger pulse generator circuit is activated by signals of variety of shapes and amplitudes. So we are applying the input, so that input may be having different shapes of the pulses and the amplitudes. It is have different amplitudes. We don't know. So what are the different amplitudes and shapes? It may be a sinusoidal signal or linear signal, like that. Okay. So those signals first will be converted into trigger pulses. The input which is applied to the CRO, that is connected to vertical amplifier. From the vertical amplifier, it is connected to the sweep generator. Before connecting to sweep generator, we have to make that input signal into the trigger signal, trigger pulses. So those trigger pulses will be generated by using the following circuit diagram. Okay, to get the precision sweep operation. Okay, so if the trigger level is set to low, the trigger generator will not operate. On the other hand, if the level is too high, the UJT may connect for too long, and part of the leading edge of the input signal may be lost. So here, this is the trigger pulse generator. So this is the output. So here, this is the output in the form of trigger pulses. Okay, trigger pulse. Here we can generate this negative trigger pulses. Okay, so for this we have to connect the input. This is the input of the CRO. So input is connected to vertical amplifier. So output of the vertical amplifier is connected to delay line, and at the same time the same output is connected to a switch that is connected to the internal. So there are three types of connecting points. One is internal, and second one is external. Third one is line. Okay, so when we connect the switch to internal point, so it connects the whatever maybe the input is applied. So to analyze or to measure the voltage or current, so that input signal is connected to this comparator. Here we will have a, in the place of comparator, so it will compares the trigger level. So here with respect to trigger level, so it will compares and produces the output Okay, it produces the output, either it is pulse or either it is high or low. Okay, so comparator will compares the applied input signals with respect to given trigger level. So we can choose the trigger level, whether it is very low or very high. Okay, depending upon that, the comparator will compares the applied input signal, and that applied input signal will be converted into the pulses form. Okay, so by using this comparator and pulse generator, so this comparator will produces the output. Based upon this output voltage, the pulse generator will produces the trigger pulses. Okay, so like this, the trigger pulse generator will be generate the trigger pulses. These trigger pulses are applied to sweep generator to produce the sweep voltage. I think you are getting my intention. Okay, so this before the sweep generator, we have a trigger circuit is there. So that trigger circuit will generate the trigger pulses. Okay, so these trigger pulses will makes the sweep generator will produce the sweep voltage. When the trigger pulses is applied, it will discharges, and again it will be makes as positive and hold up to the next trigger pulse is applied, and after that again it will be discharges. Okay, so like this, it produces the inputs trigger pulses for the trigger sweep generator. Okay, so for that there are three types of sources. So one is external trigger pulse we can apply, internal trigger pulse we can apply, that is the internal triggering means we can apply the input signal, and also we can also connect a 230 volts 50 cycles per second AC input, which will be step down to the 6.3 volts AC, and this AC signal is also connected to the trigger pulse circuit. This AC input signal is converted into a trigger pulses. Okay, so that depends upon the choosing of the trigger level. So the amount of the trigger level we are choosing. So depending upon this trigger level, so the comparator will be, if that based upon this value, if the applied input voltage is more than this trigger level, the comparator output will be produces a pulse, that makes the pulse generator produces a pulse here, like that. The pulse generator will produce the trigger pulses. Okay, so like that we have some external source and internal source, and so line source. So it is AC voltage will be also we can analyze by using the AC voltage. Also we can analyze the using CRO. So for applying the AC voltage, there is an option. So that is line voltage, line point. Okay, the switch S is shifted to line. So then we will analyze the frequency of the applied voltage. So here we are making that the frequency is same, alternating voltage frequency is same, but we are decreasing the voltage. We are not directly connecting the 230 volts. We are decreasing the voltage to the 6.3 volts, and that 6.3 volts voltage is applied to the CRO by using this line selection point. Okay, so like this it will be produces the trigger pulses. So these generated trigger pulses are applied as input for the UJT. That is for the sweep generator we will apply as input. So based upon this generated trigger pulses, it will produce as the sweep voltage, and that sweep voltage will be applied to the horizontal deflection plates through horizontal amplifier. Okay. The trigger input signal is applied to a voltage comparator, whose reference level is set by trigger level control on the CRO front panel. So we can have an option on front panel. We can adjust the trigger level. The comparator circuit C produces a change in the output whenever the trigger input exceeds the present trigger levels. So input voltage which is applied to comparator will be exceeds a preset value which is applied by trigger level. So then it will produce some output waveform, output signal. Okay, so that output voltage will be connected to the pulse generator, and it produces a negative trigger pulse whenever it produces a positive voltage, which in turn triggers the sweep generator. So the generated output from the pulse generator will makes the triggering of the sweep generator. Okay, so trigger sweep generator contains the stability and synchronous control, which prevents the display from the uttering and running on the screen. So stability is equipped by proper adjustments of the sweep speed. Okay, the sweep speed is this. The sweep speed is adjustable by means of sweep rate control, and it is multiplier. So this is range control. So ఏం లేదు ఇక్కడ ఏంటి మనం ఇక్కడ రేంజ్ కంట్రోల్ ఉంటుందన్నమాట. ఓకే, సో స్వీప్ జనరేషన్ కి మనం కంట్రోల్ చేయడానికి వీ హావ్ ఏ కెపాసిటర్ అండ్ ఆర్టీ, టైమింగ్ రెసిస్టర్ అండ్ టైమింగ్ కెపాసిటర్స్ ఉంటాయన్నమాట. ఈ టైమింగ్ కెపాసిటర్, టైమింగ్ రెసిస్టర్ ద్వారా మనం ఏంటంటే ఆ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అయ్యేటువంటి స్వీప్ జనరేషన్ వోల్టేజ్ ని మనం కంట్రోల్ చేయవచ్చు అన్నమాట. ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ స్వీప్ రేట్ ని మనం కంట్రోల్ చేయడానికి వీ హావ్ అన్ ఆప్షన్ ఆన్ ది ఫ్రంట్ ప్యానల్ ఆఫ్ ది సిఆర్ఓ. సో ఎంత స్వీప్ రేట్ తో ఇట్ షుడ్ బి ప్రొడ్యూస్ అనేది డిపెండ్స్ అపాన్ ది ఆర్టీ అండ్ సిటీ, టైమింగ్ రెసిస్టర్ అండ్ టైమింగ్ కెపాసిటర్స్. Okay, so that is about the trigger sweep and trigger pulse generator. Okay, and that is nothing but the in the horizontal section. So in the horizontal section we have the sweep generator, trigger pulse, and trigger sweep generator, trigger pulse generator, and horizontal amplifier. So horizontal amplifier is also same as the vertical amplifier. So same as the vertical amplifier, like push-pull type of the amplifier. So the output of the horizontal amplifier is connected to the horizontal deflection plates. Okay, and in the vertical section we have a delay line circuit. So in the vertical section, amplifier section, after the output of the amplifier we will connect to a delay line circuit. So what is the delay line circuit? So here here shows the delay line circuit in trigger sweep circuit. Okay, so and this figure 7.14 shows the delay line waveform. Okay, see here we are applied input signal, and that is amplified by the vertical amplifier. Okay, so here we are applied some input signal that is applied to the this vertical amplifier. So after that, the signal is output of signal is applied to the sweep generator through trigger pulse generator. Okay. After that, it will be amplified by using amplifier and applied to the horizontal deflection plates. And before the same output from the vertical amplifier is connected to the delay line. So why we are providing this delay line means, suppose we are produced the signal at a t0 time. Okay. So if without delay line we are applied to the vertical deflection plates. Isn't that without a delay line we are applied the voltage from the vertical amplifier to the vertical deflection plates. Okay. Suppose after the time t0, the signal is applied to the trigger generator, sweep generator. Okay. So and through the horizontal amplifier section. So while moving through these sections of the horizontal deflection system, so it will take some more time. So it will take an amount of 80 nanoseconds of time. So we are discussing about the delay line. Suppose the voltage is produced after the vertical amplifier, and that is the time t0 is considered. So to process this signal through the horizontal deflection system, it takes an amount of 80 nanoseconds. Okay. So to apply the signal to the horizontal deflection plates to get the x-axis of the signal, okay, so it requires about 80 nanoseconds. Okay, suppose we are applied at t0 without any delay line, we are applied to the vertical amplifier section. So then we will lose the signal. So we will lose this portion of the signal. Okay, so we have to apply the vertical amplifier output signal after the generation of the sweep output, or after the application of the horizontal deflection voltage. So here we are providing a delay of 200 nanoseconds. So before that 80 nanoseconds the horizontal signal is applied. Okay. After that it will produce around 200 nanoseconds. It will be, suppose we have a already horizontal signal is applied at 80 seconds. So after this, if you applied after the 80 nanoseconds, you can apply, you can get the actual output signal. Okay. If you applied before the 80 nanoseconds, we will lose the signal. Loss of the signals will be occurs. To avoid that loss of the signal, so we will provide a time of the delay time of the 200 nanoseconds. So with that we can reconstruct the we will get the proper signal. So without any loss of the signal. Okay, without any loss of part of the signal. Okay. So that is explained here. So the diagram shows when the delay line is not used, the initial part of the signal is lost and only part of the signal is displayed. So if you not use the delay signal, some part of the signal